All right, the Chargers have won the toss and they want the football. They played 2 home games and they have won 2 games in a blowout fashion, averaging about 40 points in the 2 home games. 0-4 on the road, and a lot of people feeling a little desperation time for the Chargers, who now bring it out with Sproles from the goal line. And Sproles scoots out to about the 26-yard line, where Philip Rivers and the Chargers attack will begin. Rivers, who has thrown a touchdown pass in 19 consecutive games, has thrown for more yardage than any quarterback in the league so far, coming into the week, that is. And there is a flag on that kick return.
Oh, shit, I'm sorry.
Offside, kicking team. San Diego's elected. San Diego is elected to take a 5-yard penalty at the end of the run. First down.
That'll put it across the 30 to about the 31. Tony Corrente explaining that. He'll be governing this game today. And here's the line. This is the line last week that allowed its quarterback to get sacked 7 times. McNeil back for the 2nd week after being an early season holdout. And again, Gates is a go with that toe, foot, and ankle injury. Some thought there was no way he would play today, but he's in and he's lined up on the right side, wide to the right. Start out with 2 tight ends, Wilson on the left. And a quick completion it is to Buster Davis. The ball comes out for a moment, but Davis able to snag it back for a first down and a gain of about 11.
Jim, you got a young guy outside starting, Buster Davis, and a team you just said got sacked so many times last week. They lost in St. Louis, got manhandled, so you want to get their confidence going early. That's why you call a screenplay, and Buster Davis very fortunate the ball stayed in a spot where he could pick it up.
Of course, Davis, the former first-round pick out of LSU, who hasn't produced a whole lot his first couple of seasons. Big expectations, a lot of injuries he's overcome. He's got a catch here in the early going, and Rivers is throwing again. Back to Davis, and it's incomplete. That was well defended by McCourty, the rookie out of Rutgers for New England. Now this defense for the Patriots, it's young. There are 4 rookie starters, including Dedrick, the 7th-round pick out of Alabama. The linebacking core, Mayo had 19 tackles last week, but there's another rookie, Spikes, the 2nd-rounder out of Florida. Cunningham, another rookie out of Florida starting. And there's McCourty, who just made the play, the rookie from Rutgers. So a young bunch that really came together late in that Ravens game last week, made some stops as the Patriots went on to win in overtime. Here's the handoff to the rookie running back Matthews of the Chargers for about 2. All right, Mr. Sims, give us a little philosophy.
Well, I'm going to kind of reiterate what you have said. The sacks on Philip Rivers. Look, 2 defenders coming. The right tackle and the running back, Darren Sproles, go to the same guy. So some mental errors by the Chargers offense last week caused some of those sacks.
Well, the 7 sacks, again, the most in Rivers' career, is also the most the Chargers had allowed in 199 games. Going well back before Rivers' career began. Got a 3rd down from the 43, and they brought in Richard Goodman, rookie wide receiver. Line up to the right. Here comes the chase after Rivers, who just unloads it. It was a blitz coming in from the safety. James Sanders forced the throwaway, and the Chargers collect 1 first down, and now will punt.
Just outnumber them. That's what they do. The New England Patriots defense, they play pretty conservative on 1st and 2nd down, but they get you in a 3rd and +7. They want to blitz because they know you can't pick it up, and the only way you can throw it is to get rid of it quick.
This is the biggest issue of the season for the Chargers. Special teams. They've had 3 punts blocked. Cypress gets this one away, and it's bouncing inside the 20. That's Edelman. They try to swing him down once, and then they collide with him at the 13. 47-yard punt. And Brady and company take over at the 13. Tom Brady. His first ever 300-yard game came against the Chargers back in 2001. Brady, this is his 150th game all time, regular and postseason. There's Neal. He's a San Diego kid out of San Diego High, starting at right guard for New England. And Deion Branch made his return last week. Traded back from Seattle and caught 9 balls last week for 98 yards and a touchdown. The running back here is Green Ellis, but it's going to be a Brady throw, and that's the rookie Hernandez with the grab at about the 20. It'll be second and about 3. Ron Rivera's defense for the Chargers. Garay. He's on the nose, former All-America wrestler at Boston College. Burnett, who's had 5 sacks in the last 3 games. And then Oliver, who's in for the suspended Gregory. This is a bunch now that's had 21 sacks on the season. Green Ellis gets the call. There is a flag down at the line of scrimmage.
Offside. Defense number 74 in the neutral zone at the snap. This penalty will result in a first down.
Yeah, the penalty, the 5 yards, gives the Patriots a new set of downs.
Chalk sees there, number 74, just that little bit. And defensive linemen, they line up so close to the football. If you move forward 2 inches, you're going to be offsides.
2 tight ends, Crumpler and Hernandez on first down, New England. At the 24. Little trickery here, and back to Brady, looking for the long ball, looking for Branch, and it's knocked away. Well defended. That's Jammer back there defending.
All the way, Quentin Jammer. I was watching him from the snap because I saw the receiver coming across the field. There was nobody for him to guard. So he looks back, looks it up, and makes the play. Thought he would make the interception. He sees the reverse, so he retreats back. The receiver comes to him. Excellent job by Quentin Jammer.
Brady under center on 2nd and 10. Gives it to Green Ellis. Running on the Matt Light side and gets it to about the 29 and a gain of 5. 3rd and 5 on the way, and back to your philosophy, Phil.
Well, tough to match up against the Patriots. Up top, Wes Welker. He's double teamed. To the right of your screen at the bottom, here comes Deion Branch to the back of the end zone. Stops, goes back outside. That was what the play called for, and it's about route running for the Patriots offense now. The wide receivers, both tight ends, kind of going back to the offense that led them to 3 Super Bowls.
They bring Danny Woodhead in. He's flanking Brady. He's going to step back into that shotgun. Loading up the right-hand side, too, with the likes of Edelman. And here's Brady with pressure, and the pass is thrown away. Antoine Barnes was in on Brady, forcing now the punt.
How about that? A 3-man rush comes from the outside. Tom Brady has to step up. Good job by Barnes. Makes him throw it before he's ready, and he's off target. But all the movement by the defense near the line of scrimmage put uncertainty into the minds of the offensive linemen. They don't adjust quick enough to stop Barnes.
Zoltan Mesko, the rookie who had a huge punt in the overtime. Oh, it's a bad snap. There's a flag down, and whistles bring it into this play. Mesko had a 65-yard punt in that overtime.
False start. The left guard. 5-yard penalty. Remains 4th down.
They really changed field position in that little chess match of an overtime period. And that snap wayward, but it'll be step back 5 yards and another try here. This one also low, but Mesko has it, and another flag is thrown. Sproles hops up to the 40 to make the grab. Let's check the penalty. 36-yard punt by Mesko.
Holding.
Holding call against the Patriots. Do you make them kick it again? They've had a couple of shaky snaps.
No, I would take it where it is and take the 10
Holding.
yards.
Kicking team number 47. San Diego has elected to accept the 10-yard penalty from the end of the kick. First down.
So that'll put the ball near midfield. 3 penalties already on New England.
I'll tell you why I would do it, because Mesko, hold, you'll see it. Oh, that's definitely pulling him across the formation. Probably had to do that too. When you watch it, Ingram, if he doesn't do that, it might be a block punt. But Jim, you don't make them re-kick it, because a penalty on you when you return it. But also Mesko is capable of hitting about 65 yards, like you just said earlier.
And like you said, with the 10 additional yards, what a place to start, right at the 50. 26 of the last 27 drives by the Chargers have started on their side of the field. This one right at midfield, and it's Matthews for no gain. So Matthews, he's been hobbled by an ankle injury. And he just got it back to the line of scrimmage. Like to welcome those of you joining us in San Diego. Jim Nantz and Phil Simms. The Chargers and Patriots just underway. Each team's had it once. This is the Patriots defense trying to stop San Diego that started this drive at midfield, and they'll force a 3rd and 8 on the little swing pass over to Matthews.
Well, you talk about Ryan Matthews. I think Norv Turner said it best. He says he's got everything. He can be a star in the league. He's got power. He's smart. He's got the speed. But the one thing he doesn't have right now, practice time. And no matter how talented you are, you need practice to really get comfortable so when you go out there on the field that you can apply all your skill there. Even this week, not quite 100%.
3rd down, need to get to the 40 for the first. Rivers got his man for the first down. That's Buster Davis at the 38 and a gain of 9. What about Buster Davis, Phil?
Well, you said something earlier. A lot of people may be disappointed in the fact that he hasn't done more with the Chargers, but the guys in front of him, Vincent Jackson, Malcolm Floyd, they're pretty good. He's getting a chance here to establish himself in this wide receiving rotation.
First down, ball spotted at the 39. Now I'd like to welcome again a whole new audience just joining us here. Second drive of the game for the Chargers. Jim Nantz and Phil Simms at Qualcomm Stadium. From the 39 and the first down, Rivers look at the first option. Now trying to get away from the pressure and steps down the field and then out of bounds at about the 37, picked up 2. He was being chased by Jermaine Cunningham.
Well, one thing I do like, San Diego, I think they should try to throw the football on early downs because the Patriots, the defensive front they play, they're more geared to stop the run. They play to just get you in those 3rd and 5+ situations because that's when they get creative, give you different blitzes and coverages.
San Diego, for those just joining us, without its starting receivers today, both inactive with injuries, Floyd and Nane. Gates is up. 2nd down and 8, and Rivers throws. Oh, it's Clinton holding on, and a big hit by Merriweather, the one who was fined this week $50,000 for that helmet-to-helmet collision with Todd Heap.
Well, there you go. Didn't affect this hit, and I don't know how much this will come up today, but it's a clean hit. He goes low, takes the receiver down. His helmet is way below the shoulder pad. You can't hit him any harder than that.
How did Patrick Creighton hold on? Gain of 12, ball at the 26. Merriweather, Dunta Robinson fined $50,000 last week because of illegal hits. Harrison of the Steelers, $75,000. Here's a screen pass to Darren Sproles. And Sproles wiggles his way to about the 17.
I was talking to Bill Belichick yesterday, Jim. You remember I said to him one time, I said, how thick is your file against Norv Turner? And he laughed. He goes, pretty thick. Because they've been really going at each other since Norv Turner was with John Robinson and the Los Angeles Rams. So probably about 25 years, they've been keeping notes on each other of what they do. And both of them pull a lot of it out every time they see each other. And
there's a lot of respect for one another, too. You meet with them privately, and they have had some battles through the years. 2nd and a yard to go. Up the middle they go with Hester, and he's got enough. Needed 1, got 2. This San Diego team, a real enigma. When you think about it, Phil, they're #1 when you talk about dominating stats and how deceiving they can be. #1 total offense, #1 total defense,
right.
But 0-4 on the road. So they come into this game at 2-4, desperate for a victory.
Well, what do I say about stats in football?
Well, this proves it here, right?
They lie.
Yep.
You know, it's how you look at it. You can make a lot of it out, but Norv Turner even said it, they lie. Offense is on the field more because of those special teams touchdowns.
First down from the 15, and Rivers steps up, now unloads it. Creighton hadn't turned around quite yet. Ninkovich was trying to close in on Creighton had he made a play for the ball.
Well, let's watch Antonio Gates, middle of your screen, number 85. Pretty good release. Running. Well, okay. I think that's all you can say. I watched him during warm-ups. I never saw him just let it go and go all out. Now, if he becomes a factor in the game, catches a few passes, believe me, the New England Patriots will put 2 defenders on him, and what they want to do when they can is hit him before he takes off from the line of scrimmage.
Nothing has been thrown to him yet, starting his 86th consecutive game, which is most of any tight end in the league active streak. That's only a yard. That's Matthews running into the arms of Wilfork.
I think I answer my own question. Chargers throw the football in the early downs. You saw why. Because New England, they're built to stop the run. I noticed it last week against the Baltimore Ravens. I go, wow, they're getting better, Jim. The young defenders are learning the rules. They're learning their techniques. And, of course, they got talent, some high draft picks, and it's really starting to show in their play.
This is the 10th play of a drive that began at the 50. It's a 3rd and 9. Patriots have been last in the league now on stopping third downs. Rivers going to the end zone to Davis, back of the end zone. The feet are not down. Made the catch, but it really wasn't even close to having him down.
You'd never expected it was a 2-man and a late third guy rush for New England. Nice move at the line of scrimmage by Buster Davis. Gets separation back of the end zone. Phillip Rivers looked it off, but he did the smart thing. He threw a careful football, and Davis not able to get it down.
Nate Kading is inactive with a groin injury. They just signed Chris Brown, the longtime Texans kicker, this week. Went on the snap to Cypress. This from 32 yards, and Chris Brown is 1 for 1 as a Charger. First 3 of the game goes San Diego's way. 11 plays compressed into only 36 yards, leading to a Chris Brown field goal. Released by the Texans back on September the 9th. He signed here this week on the 21st. Oh, a little pooch kick, little onside kick try, and it is covered up and swallowed by Dane Fletcher. How about that? So the Patriots will have the football at the 43. Aimed it right at Fletcher. He was ready for it.
Oh, he missed the kick.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. Bud Light. It's the sure sign of a good time. Here we go. And by OnStar. To learn more, visit onstar.com.
Little themed tailgate there, Pamplemousse style, a little lobster and Boston baked beans and clam chowder. Hoping the Charger team here devours the New England Patriots inside Qualcomm. But after that failed attempt to surprise them on the kick, the Patriots take over and they give it to Green Ellis in a run of about 8. What happened on that kick?
Yeah, let me go back and show you what I think they were trying to do.
Hold on, we got an update first. Let's go to New York. James Brown has the story.
Hey, Jim and Phil, in OT, it was Billy Cundiff nailing this 38-yarder for the Ravens to win it in OT. Buffalo, the lone team in the league without a victory, but it was Ray Lewis, 15-year vet, with a key play that gave Baltimore the ball back. Back to Jim and Phil.
Yeah, thank you, JB. I know Ray Lewis recovered a fumble there in overtime with the Bills driving, and here's Brady on 2nd and short, down the sideline and incomplete. All right, Phil, what was Chris Brown and the Chargers special teams unit trying to do here?
Well, Jim, here you go. Watch. I think you're trying to kick it to this area, and watch these defenders run down here. You can tell they are flying heads down because they're expecting the football to be in that dead zone. It was a great idea, just the kick was not executed to the perfection. I guess that's the way you say it.
There's Fletcher who recovered it. The rookie from Montana State alertly there to field it. Now here's Brady on third down, and it's incomplete. He was going to Brandon Tate, and again it's Jammer, who's made a couple of nice pass defenses. Makes the stop.
You know, the one thing I have noticed, well, I've noticed a lot of things about the San Diego Chargers this year, but the defense is just, there's more energy to it. They're aggressive. Coverage is tighter too.
So the Patriots fail to convert after having a 2nd and 2. Welcome the audience just joining us. We saw the Ravens prevail in overtime. It's 3-0 here. The Chargers getting a field goal by Chris Brown, and they'll take over after the Mesto 30-yard punt. First quarter in San Diego. Chargers 3-0. Tonight, the amazing race. The teams live on the edge, experiencing new highs and lows and everything in between. All new Amazing Race after 60 minutes tonight, only on CBS. So they try to catch the Patriots off guard there. Doesn't work out, Phil, but
they overcame. That's right. It's a good time to do it early. Jim, it wasn't a risky strategy they were trying. It just was, the kick was just way off target.
First down. Rivers spins around looking for another option. Now directing on the field and will throw it away. You know, talking to Philip Rivers about this start by the Chargers at 2-4, because they've been 2-3 a number of other years. He said this one though has been a little bit different this year, Phil. It's not like we're playing horribly, and he said he didn't feel that deflated, we can't snap out of this kind of a bind.
Well, they listen. Both sides of the football, they do so many things well. They execute so many plays that you can't be deflated. Unbalanced line.
That's Matthews, and look at all of the Patriots converge on him. Ninkovich, Wilfork, and others.
And Patrick Chung in the backfield. It's Vince Wilfork now turns into a defensive end for the New England Patriots. So this side, and he's impossible to move. He's like Haloti Ngata of the Baltimore Ravens. Don't run it at him.
What's the reason they moved him outside? They did that last week against Baltimore.
Well, it's about matchups. If they think somebody else, Gerard Warren, can handle the center and two-gap him and play it both ways, then they'll move Vince Wilfork over another spot to try to take away that spot too.
Third and long. Wilfork's not in there on this snap. As Rivers stays in the pocket, now dumps it. And that's Chris Wilson. Ball is out. Ball is fumbled at the 23, and the Patriots have recovered. Mayo has fallen on the football. Big turnover.
You can miss wide receivers, players out of your lineup, and still make some plays. We've seen that so far with the Patriots, but I think Norv Turner said it best. Guys are handling the football more that are not used to it. And Chris Wilson, two defenders coming around him. The football is not secured tight with two arms at times. You are not going to get away from a defender on each side of you in a situation like that.
Fletcher was one of those in on the hit along with Arrington, and the Patriots pick up only a yard with that carry. It was Ben Jarvis Green Ellis for about a yard, so Fletcher making a couple of plays to help the Patriots' cause here in the first quarter.
But it makes sense. Guys that don't handle the football a lot, you forget what it's like when the collisions are coming and there's multiple defenders going to hit you and try to take it away.
Hernandez at the top of your screen. The tight end that's really more like a wide receiver on second down and 9. And there's a pass to the other rookie tight end, Rob Gronkowski, for a first down and the gain of 10.
Yeah, another little secret weapon that I think the Patriots have. Everybody looks at Gronkowski right here in the middle, just going to do a quick hook. They look at him and say, oh, he's so big, he's just going to be a blocker. I think he's a pretty good runner, has big range, 6'7", can catch it anywhere you throw it, and he's absolutely sneaky fast. Playing one-on-one, he will run away from most linebackers in this league.
First down from the 12, and it's Ben Jarvis down to about the 9 with a flag down. Talked to Bill Belichick about Green Ellis, who's emerged now as kind of the lead back here, and asked him what he brings. He said he brings us good, hard running. And he finds something if nothing's there.
Well, that's right. He knows his role.
He doesn't lose many yards either.
Legal use of the hands to the face. Number 90 on the defense. This penalty will be added to the end of the run. Automatic first down.
On the right-hand side, right there, you see it.
Got his hands. Oh my gosh, yes. Not only has he keeps them there.
Antoine Applewhite.
But yet Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis, Jim, he gets what's there. In other words, doesn't try to dodge guys. And as Bill Belichick says, the difference between a 2-yard run and a 4-yard run, it's huge with plays you call. So he takes advantage of the situation.
Boy, causing confusion on that right side, and over to Woodhead. He's hit at the 5, and he breaks it down to about the 1. They ran out of the huddle and flooded the right with four receivers, and then the Chargers trying to figure out, wait, we've only got 3 guys over there defending, a lot of shifting. They could have made a play on Woodhead for no gain.
Chargers handle it well. They recognize it. Sean Phillips.
Weddle had a play.
He gets in there, makes a hit, but nobody wraps it up. And Danny Woodhead, small, but great balance. A lot more powerful than you think from the size.
Trying to cash in off the Chris Wilson fumble. There's the play action fake, and Brady's pass to Gronkowski for the touchdown. Patriots find the end zone with the rookie from Arizona. His 3rd touchdown catch of the season.
It's a little different this time they run it. They run it where he comes across the formation to the back of the end zone. Nice touch. How about that big long? We were just talking about how tall he is. Long arms. Not much room for Tom Brady to make that throw.
Gronkowski taken in the 2nd round of the draft. He's got 9 catches this first season, 3 of them for touchdowns. Gostowski adds the extra point. That was the first drive for New England out of its last 18 drives to start in opponent territory, and they cashed in off the turnover. Brady with the touchdown throw to Gronkowski.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Prudential, the rock you can rely on to meet today's financial challenges. And by Cadillac, the new standard of the world.
Yeah, beautiful look over at the bay. That downtown area here and harbor area in San Diego. There's Sproles waiting for the kick from Gostowski, 7-3 New England. Good kick. You can't return when you angle it right to the very back corner of the end zone. We'll start at the 20. Good fake. Brady to Gronkowski, 7-3 New England. Jim Nantz and Phil Simms back here, first quarter action. Qualcomm Stadium in San Diego. Ryan Matthews, little hole there, and he squirts out to about the 25 for 5.
Yeah, Jim, let's go back to the touchdown. Usually it's the play fake and receivers go vertical into the back of the end zone. Watch Stephen Cooper, number 54. He sees it, he turns. If it's in the back of the end zone, they're going to have it covered. The fact that the Patriots went across the formation, that's a little change up. Haven't seen it from that play action fake down near the goal line that everybody does. Good adjustment by the Patriots.
Shotgun on 2nd and 5. And they run it out of the gun. Back to Matthews for 3. 2 yards shy of a first. Mayo on the tackle. Don't miss fantasy football today, post-game. It's live, it's tonight, 7:30 Eastern. The web's only Sunday night fantasy post-game show, CBSSports.com. That'll close out the first quarter. New England 7, San Diego 3. We'll return after these messages, and you're watching the NFL on CBS. typical of the Chargers. They allowed 37 yards in that first quarter, but they trailed. And they're facing a 3rd and 2 to start the second quarter from the 28. And Rivers got hit when he threw it. Somehow it was caught by Patrick Creighton. Second good grab of the game for Creighton.
Yeah, it is. Nice catch. The pressure on Philip Rivers. Marcus McNeil. Mike Wright gets right around him. Philip Rivers fortunate to get the football off. And then a little off target because of that pressure, but nice job by Creighton.
So first down at the 34.
You know, Jim, the Chargers, they've got to get more physical on the offensive side. That's why they ran it on 1st and 2nd down.
Fake the run this time. And go down the middle to Richard Goodman, his first NFL catch, but the ball comes out.
He was not touched down. That's what they're saying.
Well, they're giving the Patriots the recovery at the 41. That's James Sanders with the football. Goodman, the rookie from Florida State, went down the middle, caught it, coughed it up.
Fell. Nobody touched him. Now, when he's on the ground, was he touched? He's fallen to the ground. Does somebody touch him?
Okay. The San Diego receiver received the football, went down on the ground, left it there untouched, picked up by New England. The New England player was down by contact, first down.
Yep, good call on the field. And Richard Goodman, he is a rookie from Florida State. He would be down in college.
You know what they're saying here? We've only seen this play a few times in our lifetime. Vincent Jackson actually did this a couple of years ago. So caught up in the moment that he'd made his first catch, he forgot that they have to blow the whistle. Someone has to down him. An unbelievable mistake here in the second turnover by the Chargers as Green Ellis picks up a couple. The second giveaway in a 5-play sequence by San Diego.
Well, we've already said it once, the inexperience of handling the football in the real game. And it's cost the Chargers twice so far today.
Wow, and that one, of course, had the football at about the 40-yard line of New England. You're driving. Here's Brady, all kinds of time. Now dumps it low, and that's Welker hit after the incompletion, no flag. Shaun Phillips with the bump.
Yeah, look at Shaun Phillips. Pressure again on Tom Brady. Watch the pocket. Nobody open right away, so he moves up. Really no pressure. Shaun Phillips hits. I think Tom Brady's telling the receivers it's about the route. Didn't like it how it was ran against that defense.
He sends Branch to the near side. Jammer on him. 3rd and 7. Brady trying to escape, now just throws it away. The San Diego defense forces the 3 and out.
Coverage down the field. Who do you throw it to if you're Tom Brady? His initial reads, it's not Edelman. Not in the flat. Over the middle, Deion Branch. Nobody open. Not even close. Chargers did want illegal grounding that time. Tom Brady, I don't think he was outside the pocket, and the football barely, if it did, get past the line of scrimmage.
There's Patrick Chung heading to the locker room, and Mesko trying to deliver it down the field to Sproles. They've got a whistle.
Delay a game, offense. 5-yard penalty remains, 4th down.
That is the 4th penalty on the special teams unit of New England.
You know what, Jim? Now these snaps back there to Mesko are not sharp. They're a little low. Not quite the zip we usually see from Ingram throwing it back there.
Yeah, Jake Ingram in his second year has been reliable. But he's had a couple that have been...
I know they work on getting them low in bad weather, but it's not bad weather here today.
It's perfect. There's another one hopper. Mesco able to pick it up, scoop it up, and get it away. And it'll be a good one. It'll be down at the 19-yard line. 42 yards it travels. Look at Mesco.
Good athlete.
A sigh of relief for Richard Goodman. It was his fumble that stopped the last drive and had the Patriots set up near midfield, but they weren't able to move it. Punting away after 3 and out. And here's Matthews. That's a quick 5 for the rookie first-round pick out of Fresno State. Tonight on CBS, a top NASCAR boss goes undercover. Will he win the race? Well, it's an all-new Undercover Boss, and it's tonight only CBS.
San Diego's defense, watching Tom Brady on the bench, they are off to a terrific start, I think.
Tolbert, the tailback, and he gets the carry, and he's about a yard shy of a first. San Diego with 2 turnovers. This one by Wilson led to the Brady touchdown throw. This one by Goodman, just mindlessly getting up without being downed. Actually led to nothing.
Tolbert on that last carry. A lot of people here in San Diego want to see him get the football more.
And again, what they want right now, Tolbert, though, he is hit low and he's going to lose yardage, but there is a flag. Asking Tolbert to pick up the yard on 3rd and 1.
Well, the back judge and Sutton both threw flags. Too many men on the field, probably, for the New England Patriots.
Legal substitution. Defense, 12th player did not get up the field prior to the snap. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Oh, here it is. 1, 2, 3. Well, they know they have too many out there. And Devin McCourty, he's the guy, doesn't make it off the field. A couple yards shy of the sideline.
Really, being out there, too many players had nothing to do with Mayo being able to make the extra stick, but wisely caught by the officials. First down, San Diego at the 33. Right side to Sproles. And able to shake off a hit and pick up yardage. Actually going to have him going out of bounds at the 39.
Well, the one thing you notice about Phillip Rivers I have over the years, he's just gotten so much quicker. Drops back with the football. His feet are faster. Gets in position to throw it. One of the reasons why he has such great success. And he's been under a little pressure, so he's making fast decisions. And, of course, Darren Sproles, every defense that plays the Chargers, worried about where he's at.
That was Sergio Brown who pushed him out. Just signed, brought up yesterday. Back at the 39s where they marked it, and there is Sproles.
And there's Jermaine Cunningham on the outside. What did he say talking to him yesterday? Just so much to learn as a pro football player, another rookie from Florida. And the big thing is setting the edge. Don't let them get outside of you when that's your responsibility. And that time did a nice job. Darren Sproles chopping those feet, nowhere to go.
You asked him what's the biggest thing he's learned so far through his first 5 games of his NFL career, and he said the margin of error is so small.
It is at all positions in this league.
Goodman's back on the field, line up wide right on 3rd and 3. And there's Creighton with a first down, and the former Cowboy takes it to the Patriots side of the field, a gain of 13.
Well, that's a nice job. They caught the Patriots, a good play call, the design that was ready for everything. And they drop back, and there goes Creighton underneath it. Phillip Rivers sees the linebackers inside, drop back. He knows he only needs a couple yards. Very good decision.
They still have not thrown a ball to Gates to this point. Gates not 100% with foot injuries. And you saw the route that Creighton ran and the way they deceived the Patriots. He was wide open. Rivers Now there is the throw to Gates, and surprise, no, it's Tolbert, I beg your pardon. Mike Tolbert, incomplete. McCourty helped knock it out. And we're hearing from the Patriot locker room that we saw Chung, well, walking gingerly to the locker room. They say it's a knee injury and questionable to return. Ajira Tutu is in as a receiver, just brought up yesterday from the practice squad, number 89 for San Diego on the 2nd and 10. And they go to Buster Davis. Got it first at the 32, working on Kyle Arrington.
Yeah, it was a beautiful route that time by Buster Davis. He just looks faster when I watch him this year. Looks leaner, and I tell you what he did. He fought through some injuries in the offseason, training camp. Gained the respect of a lot of players in the locker room, and just that toughness. It gives you a new personality, Jim, and I think you can take that a lot of times and you can make it work for you, of course, on the football field, and he's done it.
Rivers has hit 6 of his last 7 throws. Has a new set of downs at the New England 32. And that was intended for Hester.
Better get on the football.
His question, was that a lateral or an incomplete pass?
It's not been blown dead.
No,
Nobody had a whistle.
I'll tell you, it looked like a pass to me. Rivers trying to close in on the angle right here on Ninkovich and tackles him at the 8.
I tell you what's going to happen. Yeah, it looked like it, but it was very close. And it was ruled, it wasn't ruled a pass on the field. Now, will you definitively be able to see it when we watch the replay?
Rivers.
The play was a backward pass. Therefore, it's a live ball recovered by New England. First down.
Rivers having a word with Hester. Hey, what are you thinking about? The challenge flag is out.
Huge play. Good job by Norv Turner. Phillip Rivers between the 37-38. Jim, I think it is a backwards
San
pass.
Diego's
I'm not
challenging going
convinced.
on the field of a backward pass.
I don't believe in that angle you just saw. I know the angle we had live from right here in the booth, and to me it looked like it was about a half yard forward. But they'll go under the hood and check it out.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Macy's, Verizon, the official wireless service provider of the NFL, and by Allstate. Dollar for dollar, nobody protects you like Allstate.
MetLife Blimp providing the aerial coverage, teaming up with the NFL on CBS again. Challenge flag is out. Was it a pass or was it a backwards pass?
Here's what's deceiving. You see, it's where his arm is.
See, to me, again, it's not where his body is. It's where the football left his hand. And still, to me, looks like it was slightly forward, the pass. Not a lateral, not a backwards pass.
Yeah, I think it could be a half yard forward because it's where his hand was. His body was so far in front. That was a good no call, I thought, by the officials.
I think you're right. I think his body was so far forward. And
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field will stand.
Wow.
San Diego will be charged with their first timeout.
All right, nothing conclusive enough for them to overturn it. The Patriots will take over at the 8. There's where the ball is released.
Where's it come out of his hand? I would say right on the 38.
Okay, and where does he touch it? To me, it looks like about the 37.5.
Well, I think the word is it's inconclusive, so I think it did not deserve the overrule.
Third giveaway already by the Chargers. Here's Woodhead for a couple. And if you haven't seen the Chargers this season, this has kind of been the story right here. Of course, a lot of the mistakes The comedy of errors have come on the special teams unit. And now 3 more turnovers today. Just
well, this is
6.5 into the second quarter.
They've created some new territory today, though.
Yep.
It's not just special teams and a fumble. These are some very unique plays.
Second and goal. Fake to Green Ellis, and Phillips gets credit for the sack. His 7th of the year.
I was watching the tight ends run down the field, but Sean Phillips having a terrific year. Oh, nice. Just how athletic. Gets in space. Sees the running back's going to block him. No, you're not. Gets through there. Linebackers, I think, are active, athletic, big. They got it all, I think, at the linebacker position here for the San Diego Chargers.
Branch to the right, Welker to the left. 3rd and goal. Coming in on Brady again, and back-to-back sacks. This one by Antoine Barnes. The Chargers with that first one by Phillips, the second one by Barnes. 23 straight games with at least 1 sack by that defensive unit.
I think we heard it. Antoine Applewhite, Antoine Barnes. Dual players, linebackers who can rush the passer too when needed.
40-yard try coming up. Field goal attempt by Gostowski. He's made his last 6. Make it 7. Snap a little high, but fielded well by Mesko. Gostowski delivers, but they hold him to 3. Well, it's 10-3 New England, but it could have been, by this time, you think about all these turnovers, this could have been a blowout on the way, and it's not that at all.
No, you're right. San Diego has avoided disaster.
Gostowski scrolls. He's going to come out 4 yards deep. And he gets it all the way out to the 29, where Rivers and company will take over again, but down 7.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Bank of America. And by the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot.
Back with a first down for San Diego at the 29. They have out-yardaged the Patriots in this game by over 100. But they're down 7 with 3 giveaways to this point. It's Matthews. And a flag is out. Merriweather comes up to make the tackle.
Holding offense number 35.
Called on Tolbert.
Tolbert, a running play that bounces
10-yard
outside
penalty.
time.
Remains first down.
When it bounces outside, that's when you can get the holding calls. Norv Turner, what do you think he's thinking? It's not funny, but he's just going, my gosh. He's got to keep a book about this. All the stuff that's happened to their football team, the ways they have found to lose games. Like he said, though, we got a lot of players and a lot of coaches still on this team that have won a lot of games.
1st and 20. Back at the 19, and Rivers' throw is to Sproles. And he's brought down by Dane Fletcher. Holds him to 2. Finding ways to give it away. Giveaways for the 11th straight game. That's tied for the longest streak in the league with Arizona, which has also committed one already in its game today. Those two keep making these kinds of mistakes.
Pepper Johnson, defensive line coach for the Patriots, said football was lying on the ground. Nobody was going to move for it, not even the Patriots, and he was screaming, somebody come and get it. Finally, they did.
Your old Giant teammate, former linebacker on some of those glory teams, as Buster Davis makes the catch. Unable to get away from Sergio Brown. Brown, a rookie out of Notre Dame and a free agent, makes the stick. Tomorrow on CBS, Charlie's new woman is smart and beautiful, so why is he getting cold feet? Find out on a new 2.5 Men tomorrow only on CBS. Third down and long. They got to get it all the way out to the 39 here, Phil, for the first. Going for the big ball. Looking for Creighton. And that pass is picked. That's McCourty. Beautiful athletic play here by Devin McCourty, and he has his first NFL interception. Make it now a 4th giveaway in the game. 4 turnovers in less than 11 minutes. Patriots take over. Tomorrow on CBS, how do you solve a murder when an old flame becomes the prime suspect? See why Hawaii Five-0 is TV's #1 new show tomorrow only. CBS, America's #1 network. Now, the pass and the difference from where they had started that last play, it's basically a 36-yard punt in some ways, if you want to figure it. The interception on the long throw by Rivers.
Yeah, so really it didn't do a great disservice to the defense, Jim. So if the Patriots scores, it'll be listed as points off of turnovers, but it's just another useless throw.
Yep, it was 3rd and like 17 as Woodhead slides to about the 45. But it was a nice pick by McCourty.
Yeah, it is. Look up top here. Look at the receivers going down the field, and the fact that Brady buys the extra time. But McCourty hits, stays with the receiver, looks inside, nobody coming towards him, so he carries the receiver up the field. That was the key.
There's a throw, and a short one it is. The first catch of the game for Welker. Good for only 3.
It's a small sample so far by this New England offense in a hurry-up, but they are being covered as well today as I've seen in a long time.
3rd and 4. Brady stands in the pocket, hits his target. Hernandez with a flag, the back end of it. Ball at the 40 of the Chargers.
Stephen Cooper, pretty demonstrative that it's against Aaron Hernandez pushing off.
Pass interference, offense, number 85. 10-yard penalty, repeat, 3rd down.
Takes away the 12-yard gain.
In the middle of the field, here comes Aaron Hernandez, goes across. Oh, yes, a double hand push off. One thing is you watch NFL games, and you see a lot of pass interferences called. It's not that bothers me. There are more offensive pass interferences out there that I think need to be called against the receivers. Patriots
have 32 total yards of offense in this game and lead with 4 minutes to go in the half. And the pass is batted away. Coming up at the last minute, Kaysen breaks it up. Barnes had more pressure on Brady.
Well, the pressure on Tom Brady, watch from the left. He can't step into it. Of course he can't. Wow, he's going backwards. But it takes the speed off the football, and that allowed Kaysen to jump in front and almost make that interception.
They were going for Branch, who does not have a reception so far in this one after 9 catches last week. Let's watch the snap here. It's been a little adventure so far. This one a good one by Ingram. Line drive punt. And 2 hops is Sproles. Almost able to get free. Runs it out to the 30. 45-yard punt, 12-yard run back. Coming up, we've got the Spread halftime report. JB, Dan, Shannon, Boomer, Coach Cowher. Scores, the highlights, the finals from earlier today. And another wild day. Look at the last 4 possessions by San Diego. Fumble, 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 pick.
The other thing, as I watch this, the Patriots, you talked about it, Jim, all the young players in the team, it shows when they're kicking the ball off, punting, the speed, how they do such a good job getting to the returners.
First down, Matthews. He's got about 4. Antonio Gates, questionable. Some even thought doubtful. He's suited up. He started the game. He has not been a factor so far.
A couple times I've watched him run down the field. He has been open. I recognize these plays. Well, that's the one he does all the time, a little stop and start.
Nothing in his direction.
Not so far. I think the big thing with Antonio Gates, how was his toe, ankle, whatever, how will it feel in the second half?
Second, we'll call it 7. Rivers has Matthews. And the rookie sees a fast closing Patriot defense, including Gary Guyton. Keep him short of the first by about 2. As we move closer to the 2-minute warning. Last second changes on that defense for the Patriots. 4 shuttle in a hurry. 3rd and a couple. That would have been enough for the first. Another mistake by the Chargers. This time Matthews unable to hold on.
Oh yeah, even from as far away as I am. Phillip Rivers, the frustration. He feels it. Matthews, does he take his eye off the football? Oh yeah.
Rivers sidearms it to get it there. It's hard to imagine you can win a game with 4 first-half turnovers, but you're only down 7. So that defense of the Chargers keeping them in it. Edelman comes over to the 14 to field it. Oh, he's not down yet. Look at Edelman at the 40, and then hit from behind near the 45 by Mike Tolbert. He escaped Jacob Hester. 49-yard punt, 35-yard return. Patriots trying to do some business in the last 2 minutes. Well, Brady always seems to be at his best in the last 2 minutes of either half. And he's got something to work with here in the midfield, as Woodhead is driven down by Sean Phillips right at the 50, gain of 2.
How does Edelman get the extra yards? Jacob Hester goes high, pulls him around. There's really not much you can do there. Chargers, unfortunate, is going to make a point that so many tackles, everybody goes high. That's why so many tackles are missed.
And that one incomplete. Looking for Hernandez. And the Patriots' numbers offensively: 0 for 5 on 3rd down. 34 total yards.
Well, you think that the Chargers are frustrated. I guarantee you the New England Patriots offense is frustrated. They've had chances here to basically end the football game, and they've done almost nothing.
1:32 to go in the half. Big ball. And a flag is thrown. That was going to Branch. Antoine Cason's going to be flagged here. There was a little bump. Not much of one.
Interference, defense number 20 cut off the receiver's path to the ball. Automatic first down.
That's the contact they're talking about.
Well, here's what the only thing I can see. It's when you're on the field, I know it looks different to the officials than it does us, but he put his arm in front, and once you stick that arm out, that's the red light. That's what draws the flag out of the pocket of the official.
That's a 29-yard gain, if you will, the longest by either side in this first half, as Green Ellis tries to cut back. He's ridden down by Kevin Burnett.
Now, Jim, I'll go back to that pass interference. Did it have anything to do with the play? Was he ever going to catch it? Was there any chance of being open? No. But that's now we're going to say, oh, judge the throw. You can't do that. So when you commit the foul, they have to throw the flag.
Minute to go. Patriots, all 3 timeouts. At the last moment, Castillo comes in. And a timeout called by the Chargers. Well, coming up, we've got the Sprint halftime report. JB, Dan Shannon, Boomer, Coach Cowher, latest scores and highlights. How about the Oakland-Denver game? Been seeing a few updates of that coming by the screen. 38-0 Oakland with the ball with 7 minutes to go in the half. Make some sense out of that. Well, how about Cleveland today upending the Super Bowl champion Saints down in New Orleans?
Well, it just says a lot about this league, how balanced it is. People can say parity, that's fine, but when they say it, they say it with in a way that makes it sound bad.
There's the Kraft family. They were hosted this weekend by the Spanos family, including a visit by both ownership groups yesterday to the San Diego Zoo. The second down and 10 for Brady. From the 21. That's Welker darting down to the 9. Picks up 12. Timeout this time, New England.
Yeah, there's 12 people on the field. That's why the Chargers had to take that timeout. And then when Tom Brady in the shotgun, what they did this time, they sent Wes Welker in motion, going across the formation, created some space. Chargers just watching the quarterback trying to react. But they've done this so many times. Watch how quick Wes Welker sees the hole, sits up in it. See, when I watched the Patriots play today and last week against the Baltimore Ravens, not as many routes for Wes Welker like we used to see, where he gets all those options and goes back and forth. Maybe a lot of that has to do with the fact that Randy Moss is on the same side with him.
From the 9 is Welker. As the intended target, Brady had to unload it. I'm sure it has a lot to do with that.
Well, it's just a new, Jim, they're just going to have a little different style offense. There's no question. And that time the pressure comes so quick. They had what they wanted. That's a throw that Tom Brady almost always would make to Wes Welker. But the quick pressure, throws it before he's ready. Football's off target.
Ron Rivera's defense has kept San Diego in it so far. Can they make another defensive stand here as the Patriots snap it at the 9 on 2nd and goal? Pass to the end zone and incomplete. Tate unable to hold on to it, going to the ground. Kaysen, I think, was a little bit turned around on that one. Of course, that's the big play in this drive right now, is the pass interference call on Kaysen.
Well, the contact by Kaysen, Jim, at the line of scrimmage is the big reason why it was incomplete. It gave Tate so little room to work with. He's worried about his feet, forgot to catch the football.
Yeah, no angle on that. 3rd and goal. Flag is down. Brady escapes the sack. Ball comes out. Incomplete. We'll check the flag. It's down at the 19-yard line.
Contact.
That was Antoine Barnes. Man, has he been getting the edge so far in this first half? A linebacker, was a former Raven.
Illegal use of the hands to the face, offense to left tackle. This penalty is declined. 4th down.
He's been one of the big reasons. Matt Light, number 72, hands to the face. Look at that, and Antoine Barnes just keeps pushing him backwards.
Antoine Barnes, he's not a real sizable linebacker, and of course part of that Raven linebacking core that went pretty much unnoticed and cut by the Ravens and signed by the Eagles, and then well, his 3rd team in a month. They caught him and now re-signed by San Diego. 35-yard try. Gostowski on the kick, and Gostowski is good. He's made 8 in a row. 13-3 with 23 seconds to go in the half.
Take a knee. That's what they got to do. What's caused it? The Chris Wilson fumble. Interception down the field. Drop pass. They've done it all. Penalties. Not being alert with the rules. Drop passes.
You just wonder, though, how much more the Patriots could have done with all of that.
Well, this Charger defense, you can see it. Aggressive. The one thing they wanted to do during the offseason And Ron Rivera kind of said it. They wanted to get a little more, not more difficult. They wanted to be more aggressive because they know their offense is going to be good. So don't let their offense go out there and do well, and then you stand out there and let the other team hold the football for 7 or 8 minutes, which they did last year. You know, you actually think sooner or later they're making some plays for the Chargers.
Sproles, he has to step up. Grab this one at the 4 and only at the 18. Maybe it is taking knee time. Saturday, Home Depot SEC on CBS. The rivalry game between Florida and Georgia. They meet at a neutral site in Jacksonville, and it all starts with the TIAA Prep College Football today, 3 o'clock Eastern Time. Next Saturday on CBS. Burnett going in early. Matthew Slater of the Patriots a little banged up. He's questionable to return, we hear, with an ankle. And that's it for the Chargers. Go regroup here, they hope, for the second half. 13 unanswered by the Patriots to lead it by 10 at the intermission. Coming up, the Sprint halftime report after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS. to 3, New England trying to improve to 5-1 on the season. And let's take a look at the points of protection presented by Allstate. Take a look at some of these. Protect the football. Hasn't been the case again today by San Diego. But protect your offense. By that, your defense has to step up and keep you in the game. That's what the Chargers defense has done. Look at the yards per play numbers, too.
Oh, yeah. The San Diego defense absolutely kept them in the football game. And the offense, Jim, they're making plays. I think sooner or later the San Diego offense will break out. Brandon Tate, standing at the goal line, has run 2 back for touchdowns this year, both to start the second half. He's got his hands on the football again. And this time, though, he is covered up at the 21. So, after a very wacky first half here, partner, what do you expect you're going to see in the second half? Well, you know, a couple of things stood out. I thought their opportunities to make plays for the San Diego offense were there. We saw that. But the thing that really stood out to me besides the turnovers, Tom Brady was under pressure every single time he had to throw the football. Got sacked, got hit a lot, and receivers definitely were not separating from the defensive backs of the San Diego Chargers. Fewest yards in the first half since a game back in 2003 against the Giants. Hernandez sent wide to the right to open up the third quarter. Branch and Welker to the left. Fake to Woodhead. They get it to Hernandez. It's a 2-yard gain, maybe just a yard actually. Well, can the Charger defense keep the pressure up, which we saw in the first half? The defensive line, we didn't mention their name a lot, but they played very well for the Chargers. There's Woodhead. And when you watch this New England offense, Jim, they... Oh, boy.
At the very conclusion of the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense number 71, delivered a blow. Automatic first down.
That's another mistake. You're going to have him instead in the 3rd and 7. Instead, it's a first down for New England. Ball out there close to the 40. If we made a graphic of all these mistakes, it would take 2 of them. We'd have to have 2 pages of them. We couldn't put them all up there once. Antonio Gray inside. That's Sammy Morris with his first rush. Picks off a hit, but there's more waiting for him. Gain of 2. What I was going to say, Jim, though, when you
watch this New England offense, the frustration, the quick screens. Tom Brady, they had the hurry up going. Here we go. No huddle, quick snapping. They're trying everything to get their offense rolling and make a play.
On 2nd and 8, Brady in the pocket, steps up, guns it, incomplete. That was headed toward Deion Branch.
That was really well played by the Chargers defense. That was Paul Oliver coming up to make the hit. Both crossing routes covered. Nowhere for Tom Brady to throw it.
And one of the ways the San Diego defense has kept this game as close as it is, a 10-point deficit for the Chargers. New England's 0 for 6 on 3rd down. Got to get to the 49 for the first. They've got one now. That's Hernandez as the Patriots convert for the first time down to the San Diego 41. That's good for 18.
Yeah, nice route. Just delays out the quick move inside and the good timing by Tom Brady to throw it when Hernandez was ready.
Yard line and a first down. Woodhead got a chance to get the gallop going. Ran behind a Hernandez block and gets about 7. Had a nice little chat, didn't we, yesterday with Danny Woodhead?
Yeah, we sure did. And a lot of fun to talk to him. You realize what a good athlete he is once you talk to him.
That's Crumpler limping to the sideline. Woodhead, of course, was property of the Jets until he was cut after game 1, the Tuesday, the day after the Ravens season opener. Picked up by the Patriots. He's been a big contributor. 3rd-year man out of Chadron State, same school that produced Don Beebe. Here's Woodhead again. He's got a first down and a flag thrown in on the back end. He ran it for 7.
Holding, offense number 76. 10-yard penalty, repeat, 2nd down.
So that'll wipe away the first down. Woodhead has been all this talk about, well, just how big is he really? They list him at 5'9", and even Danny had to admit, he says, stretch it out 5'7" and 3/4.
5'7", he goes, come on, guys. Everybody knows I'm not 5'9".
Twice a Harlan Hill Award winner at Chadron State. That's the Division II version of the Heisman Trophy. One of only 3 to ever win it twice. Came up with 115 total yards of offense last week in the win against the Ravens. Gets the call again. And look at him squeeze out hard-earned 5. Danny Woodhead.
Well, I think the fact that he's, 5'7" and 3/4, as you said, he is strong. He talked about it, how much he worked on it in college, lifting weights, but his low center of gravity, able to use it, get underneath the defenders, and get those extra yards when he needs it.
Not offered a Division I scholarship, so he wanted to go join his brother Ben at Chadron State. Got to play together a couple of years. 3rd and 9. Pass caught. And Woodhead is about a yard short of the first. Cooper able to wrap him up just short of the first. Looks like they're going to go for it.
Yeah, I think you will. It's a long field goal, and that's why they called the play they just did to Woodhead. They used it against the Miami Dolphins and scored a touchdown with it. They just send everybody down the field, and he goes to the center, and he can do whatever he wants. He was open right away. Tom Brady got the football to him.
Green Ellis comes in. They'll bypass the 50-yard field goal try. Go for it on 4th and a yard. Green Ellis. He's got enough for the first. And that's what we talked about in the first half. When Coach Belichick talked about Green Ellis, said, one thing he doesn't do, he doesn't lose yards. Some backs, but we saw Matthews in the first half had a carry that lost 5 yards. There's not a whole lot there. He'll work as hard as he can just to get a yard.
They've had so many running backs in New England over the years. It's like you said, they're veterans. So when you get your chance, you can't chop your feet. You got to make a decision and go, because if you lose yards, You lose turns carrying the football.
Green Ellis, who grew up in New Orleans, a cousin of Mike Wallace of the Pittsburgh Steelers, who caught a touchdown today. First down, throw, and the first catch of the game for Deion Branch. Gain of 6.
Personal foul penalty helping out the New England Patriots on this drive, but they are working every yard. Every throw is contested.
2nd and 4, and New England with its best drive of the day. And there's another pass complete to Branch for another first down.
Well, it's a zone defense. And in other words, the defenders are going to drop back and look for the receivers. Tom Brady looks to his right, knowing the whole time that he was going to turn back to his left and throw the football. But a good adjustment by the Patriots offense. Running plays, quick, more aggressive. Tom Brady definitely not holding on to it either.
First down from the 15. Brady's got the time, and finally they collapse in on him. And that's the 4th sack of the game. This one belongs to Antonio Garay.
Well, I just said he's not holding on to the football. That time they were sending the receivers deeper. So that alone makes him hold it. Antonio Garay one-on-one in the middle with the center. Open and gets right by him for the sack. Antoine Applewhite was coming in there too.
Brady on 2nd down. Sets up screen. It's Woodhead. Oh, high steps it past the hit. There's another reason why this drive has been extended. The play of Woodhead giving them a spark out of the locker room.
He felt Jacques Caesar coming from behind, and it was enough. He picked his feet up and got him those extra yards.
3rd and a yard to go. That play picked up 16, and that will be a first. Brady's so good on the sneak.
Good on the sneak, uses the step count once again. More quarterbacks in the NFL should use it often. But it's a screen. The Patriots throw a lot of screens. Howie picked his feet up right there. He felt the pressure coming from behind. A little high step. Wasn't trying to show off. It's what he needed to get it done.
Green Ellis up the middle. Over the pile, and they say he's short. Eric Weddle with the hit, but half yard short of the first. And the Patriots are going to hurry to the line. This is going to be the 16th play of this drive to begin the 3rd quarter. Very congested in there. The Charger defense in snug as well. 2nd and goal. Green Ellis again, a high no. There is nothing there. We saw Paul Oliver go up high and push him back, so now it's going to be 3rd and goal.
Good job inside by the Charger D-line. You have to sell out, play run all the way. If the Patriots throw it, you give up the touchdown.
They've had it for 8.5 minutes to start the quarter. 3rd and goal. Green Ellis, this time is in. Touchdown, New England. Running behind Dan Connolly.
That was a really terrific drive by the Patriots. They did a little bit of everything, running the football. Danny Woodhead, a big part of it. The personal foul to get it going. That gave him some space, gave him confidence.
17 plays, by the way. Overcame a sack, too. Longest New England drive of the season. They got that personal foul penalty, too. And we're going to be facing 3rd and 7. Kept it for 8 minutes, 35 seconds, the longest drive allowed this season by San Diego time-wise. And, well, New England makes it 20-3, 3rd quarter. The law firm, Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis, known to his family as Benny. He takes it across on a 3rd and goal, 1 yard out. And what an impressive 79-yard drive it was for the Patriots.
He says he likes being called the law firm. He walks around up in New England. People, hey.
Said, hey, you guys were the one that gave me that, right?
Law firm.
He liked that. St. Augustine High School, where he grew up there in New Orleans. Produced a lot of talent. Football and basketball, all-boys school there. It's Sproles to about the 25. Well, San Diego's down 17 now. 6 minutes to go. Third quarter.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. New York Life Insurance Company. And by Bing. Stop searching, start deciding with Bing, the decision engine from Microsoft.
MetLife Blimp providing the aerial coverage, giving us a little shot of Mission Bay here in the San Diego area. Turned out to be a beautiful weekend after a deluge of rain for a good part of the week, a soaker. But the sun is shining, and San Diego now needs a little ray of hope here.
Yeah, that
offense.
Yeah, I'm sorry, that touchdown just put so much pressure on this whole football team right now. All the opportunities the Patriots wasted in the first half, they took advantage of it right away in the second.
Don't see a first snap until the 6-minute mark in the third quarter. That's Mike Tolbert. He breaks a tackle. He's out to the 40, gain of 14. He escaped Gary Guyton.
Well, Mike Tolbert's so big and built to the ground, very tough to bring down with arm tackles. You can see it, and look how low he gets when he runs the football.
Another wide open man. It's Sproles this time. Boy, he makes the quick cut, and he's near another first. He's got it at the 50.
Having a hard time really shaking the defenders. And I know they talk so much about it. When he, pops those feet and gets them moving, just stand still. Wait for him to make that move, then go after him. And the defenders of the Patriots done a good job of that today.
That last play, good for 10. Three in a row across the middle. This one to Creighton. He's got an update. Let's go to JB in New York.
All right, Jim, Denver trying to climb back into this one against Oakland. Taking a look here, Cal Orton hooking up with Noshawn Moreno. 27 yards to pay dirt. Makes it 38-14 Oakland in the third. Jim Nance, Phil Simms.
All right, JB, Moreno's second catch for a touchdown in that game after being down 38-0. There's Sproles picking up the little yardage needed for the first and 5 more. So San Diego coming out now and playing like a desperate football team for the first time today.
Well, and the New England Patriots, right, the New England Patriots, they know that, and they have absolutely dropped back, playing very conservative in their pass coverage. Phillip Rivers knows it, taking advantage of it, but it's going to tighten up right here in this play.
Mishandled. Rivers falls on it.
And here's why he fell on it. He took his eyes off the football because it was a blitz. Here comes the blitz. See the defenders? So he's trying to look down the field quicker to get rid of it. Watch Phillip Rivers' eyes. Yep, he takes him off of the football. That's why I got away from him.
And he loses 6 yards with that bobble. 2nd and 16 at the 42.
So we always talk about that, Jim. Pressure on the quarterback, get around their feet. But even the presence of blitzing that pressure caused that fumble by Phillip Rivers.
Open receiver is Buster Davis to the 30. Arizona and Seattle also playing late in the afternoon. What's the update there, JB?
Hey, Jim, on a 1st and 10, Arizona's Derek Anderson hooks up with Early Doucette for a 29-yard gain. Jim, that set up a 2-yard TD run by Beanie Wells. finally on the board is Arizona 16-7. Back to Jim Nantz and Phil Simms.
All right, thank you, JB. A pair of 3 and 2 teams in that one. Arizona was smoked here by San Diego. Blew them out. Here's Rivers getting it away in time, and Creighton has the catch, and they pick up the first. That was a 3rd down play. This is a team to face 2nd and 16, and they get it all back and more.
Yeah, excellent job by Philip Rivers. All-out blitz, pressure on him, and he knows it, gets rid of it quickly. To Creighton, who reads it, looks for it. Well done.
Rivers is 5 for 5 on this drive. Gonna go with the swing pass over to Sproles. And he is down to the 12 before he is decked by Guyton. Another first.
Defense drops back. Look how far the linebackers are. They're so far down the field, they're forcing Philip Rivers to throw it to the receivers or the running back quickly. Good job of catching, knowing the defense, and just going forward, split the defenders and get those extra yards.
This is the deepest San Diego has been all day. To the New England 13, first down. Gates wide to the right. Play action in Rivers. Gives it to Sproles. He's 3 yards closer. Mayo rides him down.
Brought down by Jared Mayo.
Brady just had a long drive.
In at 3.
Still trying to stay loose as now the Chargers are putting together one of their own. Over 5 minutes. Creighton and Davis will be sent to the right. Watch that Creighton-McCourty matchup. Top of your screen. 2nd down and 7. Rivers looking left and now in trouble. Knocked down. Back at the 17. That is Brandon Dederick, the rookie who got the start today. The 7th round pick from Alabama.
4 rookies on that defense. And Philip Rivers, if he'd have went backwards, which is, I say this all the time too, now instead of moving in the pocket, go backwards, because all the offensive linemen, they had him blocked. But once he moved, it created a lane for Dederick to come off of the block and make the sack.
Creates a 3rd and 13. Davis not anywhere close to where you needed to go here, but they'll go field goal and bring out Chris Brown. That's actually going to be the end of the quarter. They'll try the field goal to open up the 4th. 20-3 the score. You're watching the NFL on CBS. Coming out to start the 4th quarter. The real time of that 3rd quarter lasted 23 minutes. Each team had the football once. We haven't, in fact, not even completed the San Diego portion of the drive. We'll go on here with this field goal attempt by Chris Brown. He's 1 for 1 for the day. Rivers was 8 of 8 to get them down in this range. 28-yard field goal attempt. Chris Brown is good again. 20-6 as the 4th quarter is just underway here in San Diego. Jim Nantz, Phil Simms with you from San Diego, and the Chargers will be kicking it away. Brown to Tate at the 5. And he goes flying through there to the 25. Brady had a long drive the last time. Leads by 2 touchdowns.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by the new Silver Bullet aluminum pint from Coors Light, official beer sponsor of the NFL. And by KFC. Try KFC's new Double-licious chicken sandwich on a sweet Hawaiian bun. So good.
Patriots managed 6 first downs in the first half. They had 6 alone on their last drive here, that 8.5-minute drive to open up the second half. Here's Brady. Went over here to Branch. Slashes out to about the 42.
Good drive started by the Patriots. That changes field position right away, because when you look at this game, after the drives by both teams, Chargers down 2 scores, they needed a 3 and out.
That was the 3rd catch of the game for Branch. It picks up 17. Hernandez has another one for about 5.
And it's too early. The Patriots, doing the no huddle, trying to keep the Chargers defense off balance, doing an excellent job. What they've done here in the second half, it's only their 2nd drive, but they've already executed twice as many plays here in the second half they did all the first half.
Branch another one. All 4 of his catches here in the second half. And that's good for a first.
And what you saw, you think, oh, why are they throwing it so much? 2 scores up. Look, they just threw a screen. They just threw a quick one to Deion Branch. These go under the heading running plays nowadays in the NFL. Look at that, only 141 yards so far.
Tate this time. And he's brought down after a gain of 3, maybe 2. The new NFL.com mobile apps have arrived, and no matter where you are, you can track scores and set your fantasy lineups and get highlights of your team's big plays. Go to NFL.com/mobile to learn more. 2nd and 7.
There we go. I was going to say the Chargers got to get up there and challenge more. Take a chance.
Brady's hit his last 9 passes. Make it 10. It's Hernandez. I tell you, Hernandez is good for 1 big one a game. This one 20+.
Hard to label him. Is he a wide receiver or a tight end against Antoine Cason? How about that move? They get him in tight. He releases outside, makes you think he's going up the field or outside, and then when he bends it back in, Tom Brady waiting on it. Perfect throw, maybe one of his best throws of the day.
Longest play of the day for New England. Woodhead in traffic, waits, picks up 3 or 4 that didn't exist at first.
Just before we could even get it out to start the drive, Jim, San Diego needed to get off field position for their offense. Time on the clock, down 2 scores. Now the Patriots already, of course, in field goal range. Now they work the clock.
2nd and 6.
Well, he sees it's going to be a blitz.
Looking Branch's way. Goes underneath instead, incomplete. Intended for Hernandez. What's been the difference in the second half for New England's offense?
Oh, well, just, you got to give Bill O'Brien, the offensive coordinator, a lot of credit. The play calling, the change of just style, getting rid of the football, getting rid of it quick, tiring out the San Diego Chargers defense, which played a lot in the first half because of all the turnovers.
And it's incomplete, stripped away by Paul Oliver. Of course, a field goal here would make it a 3-score margin again.
Yeah, still a successful drive by the Patriots. Again, pressure, nice job by Oliver.
Brady thought he had it. Gostowski will come out. Gostowski has made 29 straight 4th quarter field goal attempts in the regular season. It's 2 for 2 today, 40, 35, and now 35 again. And the kick is good. 23-6. San Diego in danger of falling to 2 and 5. Same story again as it's been this year. Mistakes, many of them. Brady and the Patriot offense starting to sizzle here in the second half. A touchdown drive and a field goal drive, the 2 times they've touched it. Sproles fearlessly coming out from 5 deep. Makes the most of it, too. For the 33. Kyle Arrington tackled him by the ankle. 39-yard return. 11:21 left. Wednesday showtime. Bill will be in the studio with JB and Chris and Warren Sapp. Cable's longest running show, the big-time award-winning cast of Inside the NFL Wednesday nights on Showtime.
Did you know I'm running away with the pick segment?
Yeah, how you doing today, by the way? Yeah, and Rivers not doing too well either. Look at Mike Wright. And the Patriots celebrate. They had only 10 sacks through the first 5 games.
Well, they do it properly this time. They just stay in their rush lanes. Mike Wright comes around, but that time San Diego had a pass play called down the field. Rivers holds it, gives those defensive linemen extra time to get there.
Second sack for the Patriots cause today. Rivers forced to run again. Just throws it away out of bounds. What is with the Oakland Raiders today? JB, tell us the story.
Jim and Phil. Darren McFadden. Boy, look at him. Bo Jackson-like, sprinting for daylight and pay dirt. A 57-yard run, longest of his career. 16 carries, 165 yards, 3 touchdowns, 52-14 Oakland. Back to Jim and Phil.
Well, now you know why they drafted him so high a couple of years back. That's 3 on the ground, 1 by the air for McFadden as Rivers finds Creighton. And the Chargers will have a first down near the 50. For this AFC West, it's just upside down, isn't it? Look at the first down. Creighton with the grab, 22 yards.
Excellent job by Philip Rivers. Rivers looked it off, and then when he turned to throw it to Patrick Creighton, his eyes really got him wide open.
Rivers gives it to Sproles this time. Mayo chasing and chases him out of bounds. Now, the last 4 AFC West titles have belonged to the Bolts. But they're at 2-4 and very close to going to 2-5, as will Denver today be 2-5. Now, Oakland's about to rise to 3-4, and Kansas City already won today, 4-2.
My answer to that is what?
That's the NFL.
It's a long way to go.
See. Yep.
Long way.
But Kansas City is playing inspired football, and obviously the Raiders would on its way now. That bunch 2-0 in the division, playing much better with a win over San Diego as well. There's Davis on the drop. What about over there in the Patriots division? The Jets are on a bye this week with only 1 loss on the year.
Well, when you look at that division, the Jets and the Patriots, 2 of the most consistent teams. I think everybody looks at them now and goes, wow, both of them are probably in the top 5 teams of the NFL. They're both capable of going on runs. In other words, winning 3 and 4 in a row.
Heartbreaker for the Dolphins today. Pittsburgh wins on a controversial play at the end. They've been challenged and unable to determine who recovered the fumble. Stayed with the Steelers and set up a winning field goal. Here is Sproles, tripled up over there at the 33-yard line. You start thinking about those. I know it's a long way to go, but you can't figure it's very likely that a wild card team is going to come out of this West Division.
No, that's right. It's all about winning the division. I think you're right there, Jim. And we saw a 6-0 Denver Broncos team last year, 6-0, and did not make the playoffs.
Well, they didn't even come close when it's all worked out. 3rd down play. Got to get to the 27 for a first. No, this time it's Creighton who has a lapse in concentration.
How many times have we seen that today? The receivers, we saw Ryan Matthews do it. We saw Philip Rivers do it. Wide open. Oh, absolutely. Worried about who's in front of him. Gary Guyton in front of him, but still so far away it's not going to make a difference.
You're going to have to go for it here on 4th down, 4th and 5.
Yes, I thought all along they were in 4-down territory here.
There's a challenge flag on the field, and Belichick in the sideline. See that over there at the 30?
I think it's one of the
29-yard line.
I think it's a pink towel.
Okay. Well, they're just jumping up and down. Your eyes are good. I thought it was red.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Travelers. Insurance for auto, home, and business. Applebee's. See what's new on Applebee's 2 for $20 menu. Classics you love and new flavors you'll crave. And by Ford F-Series, America's best-selling brand of trucks for 33 years straight. Built Ford tough.
New England calling the timeout. Did not have the right personnel on the field to try to stop this 4th and 5 attempt by the Chargers. Have to have it with 9 minutes to go. And Rivers gets his man. It's Creighton with the first down catch down at the 14. That was Merriweather on the tackle, and he was a little slow to get up.
He was. Watch him from the right. Phillip Rivers, pocket collapsing around him. But a nice job. They stacked the receivers, so it allowed him to get down the field free, quick, and that's why Patrick Creighton was wide open.
Big 4th down play for them to have any hope at all. Gain 17. And now Rivers. He's going to keep it, and he's going to slide down to the 9. And he picks up 6.
Didn't even get to say it, Jim, that last 4th down play. I said, well, it's only the ball game. They didn't make it. They probably had no chance of winning.
Shira Tutu is sent to the left. Just brought up yesterday from the practice squad. Sproles sent to the top of the screen too. 2nd down and 4. There it is. Shira Tutu making the catch for the first down at the 3-yard line. Shira Tutu. A rookie out of Fresno State, free agent. He was Ryan Matthews' roommate in college.
Yeah, what a way to break in, getting his first action here today. Crowd got restless because it took Phillip Rivers so long to run the play, but it was a blitz, so he had to make sure everybody was in place so he could complete that last pass.
1st and goal, we'll call it from the 4. Pass caught. Gates, first catch of the day, is good for a touchdown.
Watch Phillip Rivers, how quick he gets rid of this football. It's almost like he pushes them. And sometimes I understand why they drop them right over the middle, because it just comes out of nowhere very fast. But Antonio Gates has seen it so many times. Good job by him running across the formation, making the catch.
Gates has had to, well, he's been taking it slow here today. And he thought he wouldn't even be suited up. Converts the extra point. Phillip Rivers now 20 straight games with a touchdown pass, ties the Dan Fouts team record. Now Phillip Rivers has done it again. Another touchdown throw. Chargers' first touchdown of the game. Joins Fouts, our colleague, CBS, with the record onside kick try. And it's recovered by Goodman.
It's good.
Wow, right? It traveled just the 10 yards it had to be. Was that beautifully executed?
Well, you know, Phillip Rivers was standing right there. That was, I didn't put it together till now. He was expecting, they knew this onside kick was on.
Richard Goodman with the recovery. Got it high in the air.
As long as they touch the football past the 40, it is an official. It is a good onside kick try.
Chris Brown executed it.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on a minute. Thinking about it. He's going to challenge that it went to 10 yards.
Well, I think you challenge it no matter what. And there's makes contact at about the 40.5-yard line. It's such a big play. You're ahead.
New England is challenging the ruling on the field of the ball going beyond the 10-yard requirement prior to touching by San Diego.
Well, sure looked like it did. Like those two looks we had. We'll go under the hood.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by the new comedy from Warner Brothers Pictures, Due Date, in theaters everywhere November 5th. And by Sprint, the Now Network.
Charger football.
After reviewing the play, the San Diego player legally touched the football beyond the 10 yards. Therefore, the ruling on the field is confirmed.
It is
San
Charger
Diego's
football.
ball. First down.
I'll tell you what, there were a couple of guys instrumental in that, including Donald Strickland, the former Jet, who took out one of the frontline guys for New England. And what a kick by Chris Brown. Look at this, on the nose of the football.
It's like he's got to delay his leg and then get just to the top, so it takes that big hop. We see him practice every Friday, Jim, and we watch practices, and it's, you can't do that. You won't kick in the NFL.
His 6th successful onside kick of his career. And Rivers gets the pass complete to Randy McMichael for only a yard. So, boy, things change so fast. They complete a 4th down play to extend the drive that leads to a touchdown to Gates. Then they get the onside kick with the newly signed Chris Brown.
I'll tell you the other thing, the New England Patriots defense, they give up no cheap yards. You catch it, you try to run, you go down.
And that one too low. Going back to McMichael. Next week on CBS is a regional week of action. We'll be down in Dallas, Jacksonville, and Dallas. Maurice Jones-Drew against Dallas Cowboys and Tony Romo. Some will see the Denver at San Francisco game from Wembley Stadium. It all gets started with the NFL Today, 12 noon Eastern time next Sunday here on CBS. Third and 9. Oh, they've got another first at the 40, and that's another grab for Sheyi Ijira-Tutu. He picked up a first down on that last drive down inside the 5, and now he's got one on 3rd and 9 that goes for 20.
Yeah, just an excellent job of getting in between the linebackers and defensive backs, and Phillip Rivers made the perfect throw over the top.
We saw that young man in practice. He was on the practice squad. We saw him Friday. They hadn't brought him up yet. He was impressive then. Look at a good time here for Rivers, and he's got Gates again. And Gates barrels down to the 13. Chargers finding the rhythm at last. That goes for 26.
And it's happening for a couple reasons. The Patriots playing soft, and Phillip Rivers getting that extra time, and the one spot that they're allowing you to try to make those throws down the field is down the middle. And who better to throw it to than Antonio Gates?
Rivers over 300. Gates, which is with his 2nd catch of the game, both in this quarter.
You still want to keep the pace up, because no matter what you do, what score you get here, you need one more, even though you got 3 timeouts.
From the 13. Sproles. What a move. To the 4. Got away from Gary Guyton.
I think that's really one of the first times all day. It is the first time that I've seen Darren Sproles get in this position, chop those feet, and get around the defender. Gary Guyton did a good job, stood there, but sometimes the talent's so big, you can't make the tackle.
2nd and 1. They can pick up the first at the 3.
Quarterback sneak.
Yeah, Rivers has got plenty of room to plow ahead. Drives the pile all the way to the goal line. He's got a first down, but not a touchdown.
Yeah, that's it. I've just seen Phillip Rivers do that so many times in his career. And they read the front.
Watch Rivers chug along here.
Yep, just a nose guard. Oh, that's pretty good reaction by Wright.
He's carrying. Look at all the Patriots he carries with him.
Yeah, he scored.
With reinforcement from the back, the likes of Dielman.
Yeah, he scored, though. There's no question. That football broke the plane.
No challenge flag. 1st and goal from inches away. He'll go up top for it. Looking for Creighton. No, over his head. Would you have challenged that?
No. Just because of time. Timeouts are so important right now, Jim. You couldn't take that chance. And there's so many people in the pile. I don't know if it was definitive, but when I watched it, I thought he did. And even on the replay, I thought he did. and they threw it there, you go, why a throw from so close? Because they didn't want to take the chance of running it, getting stopped short, and wasting more time.
If you run it, why wouldn't you just go sneak with the way you know Rivers? Big man at 6'5". Let's see what they do. 2nd and goal. They're going to throw it again. They throw, and it's incomplete, in and out of the hands of Gates. That was Sanders who stripped it. Gates looked like for a second he was going to have it.
How about the reaction? Uncovered, couldn't bring it in. Well, Antonio Gates doesn't catch it cleanly. That's what happens.
Hit him in the face mask.
Hit him in the face.
Jacob Hester comes into the huddle. They have fumbled this season twice at the 1. Chargers. A little unbalanced to the right side, and 3rd and goal. And that is waiting for the signal. They haven't called it yet. Well, never saw the signal from the far side. It's ruled a touchdown.
Yeah. Who told you that?
The near side official.
Oh, did he raise his hands?
I didn't see it.
I didn't either.
Tolbert.
Tolbert, excellent short yardage goal line runner, just because of his size. Does a good job. He's so big and strong, and we showed it early in the game, able to get so low.
Really never a doubt that he was in. As Brown now tries to make it a 3-point game. We have 4 minutes to go, and suddenly down at one time, 23-6. Norv Turner's Chargers have a shot. 2 touchdowns, 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Some of the early game results and headlines on this day. Cleveland stuns the Saints down in New Orleans. Ray Lewis with a fumble recovery in overtime, setting up the winning field goal for Cundiff and the Ravens. Steelers edge out Miami. Dolphins 0-3 at home. Some of the other big results here. Well, you see what Flacco did in that game. I tell you, Kenny Britt had an unbelievable game today for the Tennessee Titans. Well over 200 yards, and he caught 3 touchdowns. Just a fantasy dream out there for those who do that kind of thing.
You're a funny guy. I'll tell you what, you know he didn't start the game, right? He was being...
Not on your fantasy team, I know he didn't.
Well, apparently not.
You benched him.
Otherwise, you wouldn't bring it up.
Exactly.
Well, I know this game is tight, but real quick, you and I played each other in fantasy a couple weeks ago. How'd that work out?
Still waiting for the result.
Yes.
23-20, and now Brown has it teed up and going to launch it deep. Man, doesn't catch all of it. Actually just trying
to... He did it on purpose.
Better watch out, though.
Oh,
just what you couldn't
boy.
afford. They'll have it the 40-yard line. You thought he was trying to kind of half hit it, angle it.
40-yard line.
But that'll bring it out to the 40.
No question that's what he was trying to do. Steve Crosby, special teams coach with Norv Turner, and Norv Turner doesn't even want to hear it. Chris Brown is a huge play. Huge. It's the Jim. They did it to the right. This is how they started the game out, trying to do it to the left.
Special teams coach Crosby frustrated again. His units. Of course, they got the onside pick the last time, but this one sets up New England at the 40. Chargers have all 3 timeouts. And there's the completion to Welker for 9. How about him coming out throwing here, Phil?
Well, they got to do, they know, hey, they got to get some first downs, Jim. Get first downs, use the clock, try to score. And the fact they throw it because they know if they line up and just run it, the defensive line, the linebackers, they're coming. They're going to work. Everybody driving forward. Be hard to run the football in a situation like that.
They'll need 2 for a first. You know, they may say 2nd and 1. It's a long one. But just 2nd down. Woodhead, the tailback. He gets the handle, and he's knocked back a yard. Hit by Kevin Burnett, the former Cowboy.
Hey, look at that. Everybody just shoot Kevin Burnett, number 99, unblocked, just flies through there. I'll tell you, too, on the first throw by Tom Brady to start this drive, if he had to hold it just a fraction longer, he was going to be hit, sacked, maybe fumbled.
Burnett, who told us in meetings this week, we have to be dominant, not just good. We need to have a killer instinct. We made a play there. 3rd and 3. Now they have to make the stop with 2:40 left. Brady's throw caught. Welker. Where will they mark it? Ball is out. Scooped up by Weddle. Weddle racing down the sideline. Weddle's in for a touchdown, but the officials are summoning back at the 50. The officials, a couple of them converging. Quentin Jammer hit Welker. They're going to mark it at the 49. Wow, was he down first? The ball squirts out of bounds here. Oh, he's out. The ball is out.
No question. It looked like he was short of the first down, too.
Chargers make a stop, but the Patriots offense is still on the field with 4th and 1. Belichick, we know, has gone for this in this situation before. Remember last year at Indianapolis? 2-minute warning, go first.
The 2-minute warning.
They can add a second on that clock. No reason for it to go to 1:59. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
Well, Wes Welker catches the football. Definitely is out of bounds. The football hits out of bounds. He could have been down even if it was inbounds. Down before it came loose. Looks like a pretty good mark.
Actually, you know, it looked like the ball hit the out of bounds mark right at the 50. The ball was spotted at the 49, which would be 4th and 1. If it was at the 50, he may have had the first, but did a knee touch. No question the ball hit out of bounds. And look at this, they're in reviewing.
Yeah, Bill Belichick challenged this. He's going to challenge the spot of the ball. Now this is going to be a tough over to the touch. If his knee touched there, and that as you watch him hit, forget it. Watch where the football goes, and if you look real closely, you can see the white stripe, the 50-yard line. Looks like it's short of the 50-yard line. But an excellent challenge here. There you go. It's going to be short of the 50. It's a really good mark by the officials.
All right, let's assume for a minute then it's going to stay right where it is at the 49, and now the Patriots still have the offensive unit on the field. Looking at going for it on 4th and 1.
Absolutely. I agree with their decision here, without doubt.
Remember the play so discussed with the Patriots in their flashback to a year ago at Indianapolis. They went for it 4th and 2 at their own 28. The pass to Falk, it came down again to a review and a measurement, and they deemed it short. Not enough for the first as the Colts went on to win it.
The plays are rolling on the field will stand. New England will be charged with their 3rd and final timeout.
Well, that's it for the Patriots. Timeouts.
But he's ahead, so the timeouts are not as crucial to him. The San Diego Chargers still have all 3 of theirs. The Patriots will run a play here, I'm sure. If you're a Charger defender, you must be alert. Tom Brady has been doing it all day, coming up and getting under the center and snapping the football immediately.
4th and a yard.
Did it again.
Green Ellis is stopped. He is hit by Applewhite, the first to get to him. And now San Diego with 1:55 to go and 3 timeouts can drive and tie it or win it.
How about the 2 guys today, Antoine Barnes, Antoine Applewhite? They have been tough. The quick snap by Tom Brady. They were ready, getting off the blocks, and no chance.
They lined up Connolly as the fullback, but no one was going to stop Antoine Applewhite from busting across.
That's a good look. Look at the penetration. and those defenders were running. They were in a formation to run it left, and they did.
We talked about so much about the tough yard and how Green Ellis doesn't lose yardage. Well, look what happened. He lost a yard there, and now taking over on downs from the 48. Rivers to Gates, coming on now, and he's down to the 35, and they're already in field goal range. For those of you expecting 60 minutes, it's coming up after football, except on the West Coast, you'll see it at your regular time. Jim Nantz and Phil Simms here in San Diego. That play goes for 12.
Antonio Gates was covered. I couldn't see the number man-to-man the last time. They were trying to be aggressive with him. He's so big. It was Will Height. He just ran right through him. He created space.
1:20 to go. And Rivers, again, works middle incomplete. Creighton had a play on it, didn't hold on.
Top of your screen, inside, nice route. Oh, yeah, you got
to make that catch.
You know how many times? You got to make it 100 out of 100. Got to go down there and get it. Why? Because you're trying to get in field goal range. 5 yards is huge.
And that would have been 10. 5, maybe 10. Yeah, he was running in stride. 2nd down and 10. As Rivers goes back to Creighton over the head.
Good throwaway.
Well, you think about how crucial this down is. Of course, you've got a chance from here for Chris Brown. If they fail to advance it at all on 3rd down, it'd be about 52, 53 yards.
I think if they pick up 5 or 6 yards, I believe they will try to kick the field goal.
Brown's career long is 57. 1:14 to go, 3rd and 10. Rivers on the run. What a catch. That was a tough grab, and it's a yard short of a first. That's Gates. Picks up 8.
Good job. The pocket collapse against on Phillip Rivers does a good job of getting outside.
And now you're just going to let the clock run down because New England has no timeouts. And if you convert here, you don't want to give Brady any time here at the end of regulation. Going to be about a 45-yard attempt to tie it. Just unimaginable early in this quarter.
Well, it is, and just think how special teams has let them down so many times this year, and this would be a good way to start that arrow going the other way.
Well, it's going to be 45 yards, we figure. Tonight on CBS, 60 minutes, all new. Followed by The Amazing Race, Undercover Boss, CSI Miami, America's #1 network.
Now, during warm-ups, I always kind of watch the kickers just to get an idea if they're feeling good that day and how far they're kicking it. And you know, I was watching Chris Brown as he was doing. He was kicking them from 50 yards, hitting the net way up during warm-ups. But those are practice footballs. The pressure's not on like it is now.
Well, there you see Brown last year. He had been so reliable for so long down there in Houston. He missed a couple of crucial ones, including one against Indianapolis last year, late. But here, new life. 45 yards it is. Mike Wint to snap it back to Cypress. And a timeout. Hold on, who's calling us? Flag first. The Patriots, of course, out of timeouts. It was 4th and 2. What do we have here?
False start. Offense, number 65. 5-yard penalty remains. 4th down.
Now you're asking for a 50-yarder. Left guard moved. It was Dombrowski. Think of all the troubles they've had through the years here, Kading with some crucial kicks. Brown now from 50 to tie it. Brown's kicked it better. Hook in a hurry. It hits the upright. No good. Distance, not an issue.
It actually looks like it. It does hook just a little bit, Jim, as it's going up there, but not enough.
Wow, Patriots are going to win it. Wide by basically the width of a football. That's all it was that prevented this game from going to overtime. Patriots had a 17-point lead with 7.5 to play and hold on to win it at 23-20 to improve to 5-1, and San Diego slides to 2-5. Final score, New England 23 and San Diego 20. Coming up next at 60 minutes, followed by new episodes of The Amazing Race, Undercover Boss, and CSI Miami. For Phil Simms and all the crew on CBS, Jim Nantz saying so long from San Diego. You've been watching the NFL on CBS.